Stephanie Mann at safekidsnow.com. And with me today is Rebecca Kimbel, and she is a fifth-generation polygamist wife. She is the daughter of a man who had 6 wives, and she is one of 39 children. Well, Rebecca, we have seen over the years here that Sister Wives has spread the word that polygamy is wonderful, and having 4 wives with Cody Brown is a charmed life. So could you please explain to us, why don't polygamist women speak up?
If the polygamist women were to speak up, they would have to violate a basic commandment of their religion. Their religion commands that they live polygamy in order to become gods in eternity. They believe that the man will become a god, and he will have enough wives to people his own planet with his own seed. Don't know quite how that works, because each son gets to become a god, and if he goes off on another planet, I don't know if that's going to work. But that's what they believe. They believe that they will be damned, lose their salvation, lose their family, lose their children, if they don't choose to live polygamy. It is a choice of religious coercion, or else you lose everything. They even have blood covenants in the religion that backs it up, that you could lose your life. And in some cases that is carried out. Ervil LeBaron killed several people. Up to 30 people. Many have been killed. You don't have to kill too many people in a religious cult to make you believe that it can be and will be done. Even though these cults are divided up and say they shouldn't be painted with the same brush, they're all cut from the same cloth, because that blood covenant doctrine is part of every one of them. In Islam, it's the same. They have honor killings. It's okay to do that. It might not be legal, but it is a man's religious choice. When you have severities like that in your faith, and religion is your faith, you are following a patriarchal polygamy. Patriarchal polygamy is psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually abusive, and sometimes it can lead to physical violence and even death, depending on the men who are in charge. People say, why don't these people speak up? You wouldn't speak up if you were in a concentration camp and your children were there. It's natural instinct that you wouldn't. Your family, your children, everything you ever had. Stop and consider the fact that in normal marriages, monogamous marriages, there's a lot of domestic violence that nobody knows anything about, because these women don't speak up. A close friend might find out. Women don't speak up or speak out until they are safe, until their children are out. Many women that I have known have backed and supported polygamy in the press, and when they got out, they told about the pain and the heartache that they felt when their husband took younger and younger wives, and they had less and less of a husband. They don't speak out because the price is too high. Come on, America, where are they going to go? There are no shelters. There are not places to take these women in. There's no place for them to survive. Every place they look looks scarier than the one they're in. Because if they go out and take their kids and live in the street, in their car, they'll lose their kids to the system anyway. Stop and consider their choices of why they don't speak out. And if you're in domestic violence, in any kind, with your boyfriend, married, or in polygamy, you'll understand why women don't speak out. You don't speak out until you're safe, ever.
I want to thank you so much, Rebecca, for sharing your information and your story, and you've given us a lot to think about. Thank you so much. This is Stephanie Mann at safekidsnow.com.